Welcome to Yuno and Kenzo Koga, where ancient wisdom meets modern life.
Subscribe now and join us on this journey of awakening. If this resonates, tap like and share it with someone who would appreciate a moment of peace today. And feel free to share any thoughts or reflections in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
I've definitely caught myself scrolling through social media, and you see everyone else's lives looking just flawless, perfectly curated.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard not to.
Yeah, and then I find myself editing my own resume for like the 10th time, agonizing over every single word.
Mm-hmm.
It's this pressure, I think, a lot of us feel it, even if we don't always talk about it. This whole chase for perfect.
It's relentless, isn't it?
Totally. From the polished photos to, feeling you have to speak or write or even live without making a single mistake.
Right.
But what if? What if there's another way? Like ancient Zen philosophy seems to suggest that maybe the real wisdom is actually hiding in those imperfections we try so hard to hide.
It's a really compelling thought, and that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Okay.
We want to explore how embracing those cracks, the little glitches, the things we're taught to call failures, how that can actually become your hidden path.
Now, hidden path. To what?
Well, to growth, I think. To genuine peace. And maybe to a richer, more, authentic way of living. We're sort of aiming to reframe what it means to be complete.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Our modern world, it definitely rewards that polished image. Always smiling, always achieving, always looking flawless.
That's the currency, it seems.
But I've noticed, and I bet you have too, that chasing that perfection thing, it often just leads straight to anxiety and self-doubt.
Definitely.
Because deep down, we kind of know life isn't like that, right? It's messy. Things go sideways all the time.
Exactly. You're constantly fighting this unrealistic ideal. It's exhausting.
It really is.
And what's fascinating here is how Zen, especially through ideas like wabi-sabi.
Well, I'll be right. The beauty in imperfection.
Precisely. It offers this direct counterpoint. It's not just saying accept it. It's about seeing real profound beauty in things being transient, imperfect, asymmetrical.
Like an old weathered piece of wood or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Or think of that Zen reminder. The flower is beautiful not because it is perfect, but because it blooms fully as it is. That's not just poetry, It's an invitation. It asks us to see completeness within the natural, unedited flaws, ephemerality, all of it.
That really helps you start to rethink what complete even means. Not flawless, but whole.
Exactly. Whole as it is.
Okay, so that makes you pause, doesn't it? Just thinking about the beauty in something simply being.
It does.
And if we take that idea, that Zen way of looking, beyond just ourselves or like aesthetics, what does it say about those moments we call failures?
Yeah. That's where it gets really interesting.
Could they be?
Oh.
Something else entirely. Not an ending, maybe, but like a detour with really important lessons.
That's a great way to put it. A detour with lessons.
Because history seems full of these, right? These huge mistakes that ended up changing everything.
Absolutely. You mentioned penicillin earlier.
Yeah. Alexander Fleming. It wasn't some perfectly planned experiment.
Not at all. It was basically an accident, right? A messy lab, some mold growing where it shouldn't have been.
You could have just tossed it out, seen it as contamination, a failure.
But he didn't. He looked closer, saw something unexpected, saw potential in the imperfection of the situation.
Amazing. And Post-it notes, too.
Oh, yeah. The classic example, those little squares we all use, they came from a glue that failed.
Failed.
How? Well, Spencer Silver at 3M, he was trying to make a super strong adhesive. He ended up with this really weak glue, repositionable. It just didn't stick properly for what they wanted.
So a total dud for its original purpose.
For years, yeah. Considered a failure. Until his colleague, Art Fry, needed a bookmark for his hymn book that wouldn't fall out but also wouldn't damage the pages.
And he thought of the failed, weak glue.
Exactly. Someone saw the potential in its specific kind of imperfections. These aren't just like fun stories.
No, they really show something deeper.
They show that when things don't go to plan, when you hit that snag, that's often exactly when creativity sparks, when you find solutions you'd never have thought of otherwise.
Wow. Failed glue and contaminated dishes, changing the world. It's incredible.
And this connects so clearly to that core Zen teaching. You often hear it phrased as, the obstacle is the path.
The obstacle is the path. I've heard that, but unpacking it,
Yeah.
it's not just a catchy phrase, is it?
No, it's quite profound. It's rooted in the idea that resisting what is, fighting the obstacle, often causes more suffering than the thing itself.
So instead of fighting it,
You engage with it
Yeah.
fully, not ignoring it, not battling it, but really experiencing it. And in doing that, you actually find the way forward.
like a river hitting a rock.
Exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
The rock doesn't stop the river, does it? It shapes its flow. It creates new currents, new paths. It's not about being passive.
Right, it's active.
It's a really active kind of acceptance and intelligent response.
Mm-hmm.
So those challenges, those moments where things just don't work out like you thought, they aren't roadblocks stopping you. They're actually integral parts of the journey. They shape you. They show you new routes. They teach you resilience.
Resilience you wouldn't get if everything was just smooth sailing.
Precisely. The struggle isn't a detour from the path. The struggle is the path.
That's a powerful reframe.
Mm.
Because I think our default is definitely to try and avoid those
Of
obstacles.
course, it's natural.
But seeing them as part of the path. Wow. And this wisdom, it isn't only found in those huge historical breakthroughs, right?
Not at all. Sometimes it's much closer to home.
Like in the small, everyday glitches, the little things that go wrong.
Absolutely. Those can be surprisingly profound teachers.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You burn dinner. Okay, annoying, yes. But suddenly you're learning adaptability, right?
Yeah.
You're figuring out a plan B with whatever's in the fridge.
In there.
Oh, yeah. I once tried this super complicated dessert. Ended up with something that looked, and probably tasted, like a charcoal briquette.
What did you learn?
Well, patience wasn't my first reaction, I'll admit. But looking back, it definitely forced me to just laugh, order pizza, and, yeah, adaptability, and maybe a dose of humility. That's a perfect example, or, a train delay. So frustrating in the moment.
Ugh.
But it forces you into patience, doesn't it? Maybe you get a quiet moment to read, or just breathe instead of rushing.
Okay, yeah. Or like a tech failure at work. Total stress initially.
Right. But it pushes you. You have to get resourceful, troubleshoot, maybe find a completely different way to do something you wouldn't have even considered.
These moments, they're often frustrating first.
Always.
Hmm.
But they are powerful teachers, if you let them be.
Right.
So what stands out to you when you think about those little daily hiccups? Do you usually see them as just annoyances or...
Honestly, annoyance first, most of the time. But I am really trying to pause more and ask, okay, what can I take from this?
That pause is key.
And that actually brings up a really important point, I think, about how we relate to other people.
Mm-hmm. How so? Well, when we're constantly putting up that flawless front, only sharing the highlight reel, aren't we kind of creating a barrier?
You're absolutely right. That's one of the hidden costs, you could say, of chasing perfection. It can be isolating.
Yeah.
But when we start to share not just the wins, but also the vulnerabilities, the burned dinner moments, the times things didn't go to plan, or when we just felt overwhelmed.
What happens then?
Well, that's often when connections really deepen. Imperfection, seen this way, it actually opens the door to authenticity, to realness.
Because people can relate.
Exactly. It lets others see themselves in us. It fosters empathy, real human connection. It's often in those shared moments of imperfection, of being messy humans together, that true intimacy can actually grow.
Because you're showing up as well as you are, not some edited version.
Your full, messy human self. Yeah.
That feels like a huge shift. Seeing vulnerability not as weakness, but as like a bridge to connect deeper.
It really is.
So, okay. If we're buying into this, if this philosophy resonates, how do we actually do it? How do we start shifting that relationship with imperfection, making it less about stress and more about strength?
Yeah, the practical side, it really starts with cultivating a different mindset, a growth mindset. And there are tangible things you can practice, like daily.
Okay, like what?
First, and this is maybe the most crucial, is self-compassion.
Being kind to yourself. Sounds simple, but...
It's incredibly hard sometimes when you stumble, when things go wrong, and they will because, you're human. Try replacing that inner critic.
The one that says, you idiot.
Right. Replace that with the kindness you'd show a friend, even just internally saying something like, okay, this is human, I'm learning. That can totally shift the feeling around it.
That little bit of grace. We rarely give it to ourselves, do we?
So rarely. But it's incredibly impactful. That's step one.
Okay. Be kinder to myself when I mess up. What's next?
Step two is actively, rigorously reframing setback.
Reframe it.
Instead of seeing a mistake as some final judgment on your your intelligence, you're worth try viewing it as an experiment, as data.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about Zen archery. A missed shot isn't a failure, it's precise information.
Oh.
It tells the archer exactly how to adjust their stance, their breath, their focus for the next shot. It's essential feedback, not something to beat yourself up over, but something to learn from.
So ask, what did this failure actually teach me? What variable can I change next time?
Precisely. It's not about ignoring that it went wrong, but extracting the wisdom from it. Can you think of a time when something felt like a total misstep, but actually showed you a better way forward eventually?
Oh, definitely. Those moments you pivot because the first plan failed.
Yeah.
They're often invaluable. It does change what a mistake even means.
Right. It's just information. And that leads to the third practice,
Okay.
which is celebrating what I like to call imperfect wins.
Imperfect wins. I like that.
We often wait to acknowledge progress until we hit some perfect, idealized goal, right?
Yeah, we hold out for the big finish.
But growth is almost never neat and tidy. It's messy. So did you make that difficult phone call, even if your voice shook a bit? Did you finish the project, even if it wasn't quite the masterpiece you envisioned? Did you try something new, even if the result was, well, a bit wonky?
Acknowledge those steps.
Yes. Recognize them. Honor each step forward, however messy, however small it feels. This isn't about lowering your standards. It's about recognizing the resilience in just doing and persistent effort, not just in perfect outcomes.
That feels much more sustainable.
And that approach, that's not weakness. That is profound resilience. That's real inner strength.
So bring this all together then. The big conclusion from this deep dive seems pretty clear. Fulfillment. It's definitely not about being flawless.
It simply can't be, because life isn't flawless.
Right. It's about something.
More. And if we connect that to the really big picture, fulfillment is truly about living fully, learning continuously from everything, the good, the bad, the messy, and connecting genuinely with others, and maybe most importantly with yourself. When we can let go of those wildly unrealistic expectations.
For ourselves, for the world.
Yes. When we embrace what Zen calls tathata, or thusness, just that radical acceptance of things exactly as they are right now.
What happens?
You find this incredible freedom, really, and when you stop constantly editing yourself, trying to look perfect for everyone, that's where you actually find joy. It's like taking off a heavy mask.
It feels like a liberation just thinking about it. There's that powerful Zen quote, the one that really sums this up for me. The crack is where the light enters.
Ah, yes. Beautiful.
Just think about that. Your imperfections, the places you feel maybe broken or incomplete,
Yeah.
they aren't flaws to be ashamed of, things to hide.
No. Instead, they are precisely the openings
Openings.
for wisdom, for compassion, for your most profound authenticity to actually shine through. They aren't weaknesses at all. They're your unique points of entry for growth, where the real transformation happens.
So maybe the next time you stumble, or you hesitate, or you just feel like you fell short of that impossible idea of perfection.
Yes.
Maybe you can remember this conversation. Remember that those moments, they aren't stopping you.
This is not failure. This is your hidden path.
Embrace the imperfection. It's where your real strength is.
Because it's truly in the messy, unpolished moments of life when you dare to just show up fully as you are, that's when wisdom quietly, profoundly reveals itself.
Thank you for being here with us at Yuno and Kenzo Koga, where ancient wisdom meets modern life.
Subscribe now and join us on this journey of awakening. If this resonates, tap like and share it with someone who would appreciate a moment of peace today. And feel free to share any thoughts or reflections in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.